Hi children, welcome to the biology sessions. In the previous classes, you might have learnt about the coordination and control mechanism in animals. You might also have learnt about the endocrine glands, the release of hormones, their functions. Then what about the plants? Are the plants having control systems like animals? Are endocrine glands present in the plant bodies also? Let us know today in the lesson plant hormones in detail. Activity 4. Can you recognize this plant? This is Mimosa pudica. Generally we call it as Attipatti Mokka or touch me not plant. Touch the leaves of this plant. What will happen? Observe the response of the leaves. The leaves starts folding. What is the direction of folding? Yes, you are right. The leaves are folding towards inside. Is this folding permanent? No. Within a short time, the leaves can regain its normal position. This plant shows nastic movements by touch. This is an example for response to stimulus. Can you give some more examples for response to stimulus? Movement of sunflowers towards the direction of the sun. This is also an example for response to stimulus. Observe the given plant. This plant is having tendrils. Can you give some more examples of such plants? Cucumber, bottle gourd, beans, etc. These plants are having very weak and delicate stems. These tendrils help them grow towards a support. Is it also an example for response to stimulus? Both plants and animals react to various stimuli around them, but the method of responding to stimuli is different in plants and animals. Higher animals respond to stimuli because they are having a well-developed nervous system and an endocrine system. But in plants, there is no such mechanism. There is no such well-defined nervous system or endocrine system. They are not having special glands for producing hormones. Then, how do the plants respond to stimuli? Coordination in plants is brought about by certain chemical substances which are synthesized by plants in very small amount. These are known as plant hormones or phytohormones. These phytohormones help to coordinate growth, development, and response to the environment. Plants can sense the presence of stimuli like light, heat, water, touch, pressure, chemicals, gravity, etc. Phytohormones coordinate the activities of the plant usually by controlling one or the other aspect of the growth of the plant. So plant hormones are also called as growth substances. There are 5 major plant hormones. Let us know about them. Auxins. Auxins are the important plant hormones helping in cell elongation and differentiation of shoots and roots. Gibberellins. They help in germination of seeds, sprouting of buds, elongation of stems, stimulation of flowering, development of seedless fruits called parthenocarpic fruits, breaking the dormancy in seeds and buds. Cytokinins. Cytokinins help in promoting cell division, promotion of sprouting of lateral buds. They help in delaying of aging in leaves and opening of stomata. These 3 are plant growth hormones. And abscisic acid help in closing of stomata, seed dormancy, and promoting aging of leaves. And ethylene helps in ripening of fruits. Plant hormones are usually growth promoters or inhibitors. Some growth promoters are auxins, gibberellins, and cytokinins, while growth inhibitors are abscisic acid and ethylene. Let us do one activity to know the role of plant hormones. Aim of the activity to observe the growth of root and shoot. Materials required: glass jar, soil, water, bean seeds or Bengal gram seeds. Procedure: take a glass jar and fill with soil. Pour some water to make the soil wet. Sow a bean seed or Bengal gram seed near the wall of the jar. Observe for 4 to 5 days. Observation: we can observe the growth of the root and shoot through the glass jar. We should keep this arrangement under the sun. After 4 to 5 days, we will notice the germination of the seed. See how the root grows. The root is growing towards the soil. It's penetrating deep into the soil with the help of root hairs. The shoot also starts growing upwards. It is growing towards the light. It is called as phototropism. Carefully observe the growth of the shoot. How it is growing? It's a wonderful thing. A small seed gives rise to so many parts of a plant. See how the shoot is growing upwards? The root is showing zeotropism and the shoot is showing phototropism. Now, tilt the glass jar and keep the plant horizontally. What will happen? Observe the direction of the root and shoot growth for more than a week. Does the shoot take a horizontal tilt after a week? Observe carefully. The plant is growing towards the light. Here the axons act on bending of the stem. They are showing a response to the sunlight. More oxygen is collected on the shaded side of the stem. So the cells on that side grow faster. On opposite side, cells grow slow to make the stem bend. Let us understand the work done by the scientists to know more about the phytohormones. Charles Darwin and his son Francis Darwin performed some experiments on phototropism. The most commonly found oxide in plants is indole acetic acid IAA. It is present or produced at the apex of the stem. If a unilateral light is focused on the stem, then the indole acetic acid molecules move to other cells through diffusion. More oxygen collects on the shaded side of the stem, so cells on that side grow faster. On opposite side, cells grow slow to make the stem bend. Observe carefully. Cells in the shaded side become elongated and cause the shoot tip to bend towards the light. Did you observe? Charles Darwin and his son Francis Darwin performed their experiments on the tip of the stems of oats. They investigated using coleoptiles. They found that there is no bending response to light when the coleoptile tip is removed. This means that either the tip is the origin of the messenger or it must be stimulated by light. To investigate further, Darwin covered the tip to prevent the light from reaching it with a metal foil and focused light from the side, but the characteristic bending of the seedling did not occur. But when the light was allowed to penetrate through the metal foil, bending occurred normally. They stated that when seedlings are freely exposed to a lateral light, some influence is transmitted from upper to the lower part, causing the material to bend. Dutch plant physiologist F.W. Wendt succeeded in separating this influence from the plant that produced it. He selected oat seedlings. He removed the tip of the seedlings and placed them on agar blocks and kept them for 1 hour in darkness. Later, he made the agar block into small pieces and kept them on decapitated plants. They were kept in the dark during the experiment. Within 1 hour, he observed distinct bending away from the side on which agar block was placed. The part of the coleoptile tip which was away from the agar block did not show any bending. Wendt interpreted that the coleoptile tip exerted its effect by means of chemical stimulus rather than a physical stimulus such as an electrical impulse. This chemical stimulus came to be known as auxin. In this way, the first plant hormone, auxin, was discovered by Wendt. In Greek, the word auxin means to increase. Let us revise. Plants react to various stimuli around them. Plants can sense the presence of stimuli like light, heat, water, touch, pressure, chemicals, gravity, etc. Plants show response to stimulus. The hormones present in plants are called as phytohormones. These phytohormones are also called as growth hormones. Plant hormones are usually growth promoters or inhibitors. The major plant hormones are auxins, gibberellins, cytokinins, ethylene, and abscisic acid. Charles Darwin and his son Francis Darwin performed some experiments on phototropism. F.W. Wundt conducted experiments on coleoptile tips and interpreted the chemical stimulus. The first plant hormone auxin was discovered by Wundt. Try to answer the following questions. Define phytohormones. Give some examples of plants showing response to stimulus. What is the other name for plant hormones? Which plant hormone is responsible for differentiation of shoots and roots? Are all the plant hormones are growth promoting? What are the major plant hormones? Give a brief description of them. Describe briefly about Wundt experiments. Thank you.